Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about my transition from being pre-med to pursuing a career in the beauty or fashion industry. I guess my dream to become a doctor started when I was really young because both of my parents worked in healthcare and so do most of my aunts and uncles and my parents' friends. So that's what I saw growing up. I was always really interested in biology, but it wasn't until the end of my sophomore year of college that I decided I don't really think it's for me. So what made the decision really difficult is that I have already completed all of the coursework for medical school. 2 years of college have gone by, and I don't want to feel like I've wasted any time or classes, if that makes sense. I don't want to have taken things that I don't need and then feel like I'm behind. So what was really holding me back from following a career that I really wanted was that I felt like I was going to be behind. I was like, okay, I'm going to graduate later than all my friends, or what if I can't get a job in the beauty industry and now I'm going to be late for medical school and no one's gonna wanna accept me, and just all these things that were just in my head. And so I had to talk to some people, some friends, family, and essentially the things that really helped me make this jump were, number one, you do everything for you. It doesn't matter if you graduate a year early, 3 years late, you don't graduate, you do what's best for your career. And so for me, if that really required staying an extra year at college, that's fine, because then the next, I don't know, how long do you work? 40, 50 years? However long you're going to be working is for you, it's not for anyone else, and no one cares if you majored in this or that, because you're doing your job every day for you and for your own happiness. So that was one of the main factors, was not worrying about, oh, people are gonna think I'm stupid because I dropped out of being pre-med, or people are gonna think that I can't work hard, things like that. Well, it doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, I'm doing something that makes me really happy, so it doesn't matter if people think whatever. So if that's something that's holding you back from making a jump in your career, I encourage you to really think about it that way. I know that considering other people's opinions can really be hindering, and so it's really important to remember that your education and your career is for you and it should be making you happy. So that moves to, I guess, the other major thing that was holding me back was I was afraid of disappointing my parents. I thought that they wanted me to be a doctor, and I thought they would be disappointed in me giving up something that they wanted, and I thought that they might also think that I was backing out because I didn't want to work hard or that I wasn't smart enough, something like that. But I was so pleasantly surprised when I called my mom and I told her, like, I don't think I want to go to med school. It doesn't excite me. This curriculum is just not, it doesn't drive me in the morning. I don't want to go to the library and read about it. Whereas when I'm taking business classes or reading about beauty, like, I get up and I do it so quickly. It's the first thing I do in the morning. Sometimes I'm so hungry and I like hold off on making breakfast because I'm so interested in reading about something. And that was not what these pre-med classes were doing for me. So my mom, without hesitating, without asking any more questions, she just said, okay, so what is it that you want to do? I said, I don't know, I haven't really thought this far. I didn't really think we would get to this conversation. And I said, I want to pursue something in beauty. And I don't know if that's cosmetic formulation or the business behind beauty, but that's what I really like. And she said, yeah, I know, I've seen it, and I know that's what you're good at and what you like, and I always wondered why you didn't do it. And so I was like, I had no idea. This whole time I thought she had these expectations for me to be a doctor, but that's not it. She just wanted me to do whatever I liked. And my dad was so supportive as well. He's been so great about it. So having my parents be so supportive then just made it such an easy decision, because then when I am not worried about what other people think and then I'm backed by my parents, I just feel so happy and so excited to make this leap. So then I talked to some people at my university about what I could do in order to jumpstart this career. So unfortunately, at Berkeley, there is the undergraduate business program that a lot of you, I'm sure, are familiar with. You apply to in your sophomore year, and then you do 2 years of it for the remaining of your undergraduate. And if you aren't in that program, it's really difficult to take those classes. So that was not an option for me because I didn't really want to stay a lot of extra years, and even so, I don't think they would accept me as like a senior trying to take 2 extra years of undergraduate. So I was like, okay, let me finish this biology degree, and in the future, if I want to get an MBA, I can do that, but right now, it's not really necessary. So I decided to just stick it out with my biology degree. I finished all of the difficult classes, so I have like literally 3 more classes to take, so there's no reason for me to entirely switch my major. So after I had the educational part figured out, I zoned in on my career, and I thought, okay, I should probably be working for some kind of beauty or fashion company now because I need an internship if I want to be funneled into the workforce after I graduate. It's not as easy as being pre-med. And so that was another thing that made it really difficult to switch from being pre-med to doing a creative career. When you're pre-med, it's really laid out and it's such a straight path, which makes it more secure than most other careers. You know that you're going to be doing 4 years of undergraduate, and during those years you're going to be having clinical experience and research, and then you do your 4 years of medical school, and then you go do your residency, and it's just hashed out so plain and simple for you. Whereas within this career, there's no set path, and the industry is growing so quickly now. Like, this is the time that careers are going to be established. So there's no path for you to follow and no one to look at to try to imitate their every move because it's a brand new field. So I spent the fall semester of my junior year applying to literally hundreds of companies and internships for summer 2019. So I will just tell the success story. There's like 100 stories I could tell you about rejections, but I will tell you the big success that I have, which is I am here in this apartment. I don't know if you guys can tell it's different because I don't really film that often, but this is an apartment that I have in Dallas for the summer, and I am working for the Neiman Marcus group, which I am just so excited about. It's so crazy to me because Neiman Marcus is a store that my mom used to take me to when we were young and we would go to Dallas. And I also have this big, really pretty Neiman Marcus snow globe still in my room on my shelf because I used to collect snow globes. Anyway, so it's been a part of my life forever and I've always loved it. I've loved the luxury and the environment when you're in the store. So it's such a dream come true for me to be working here. So basically how this worked is in the fall of my junior year, which is 2018, I applied with the basic things, resume, cover letter, and then I took a math assessment which was timed, and it was specific to fashion buying. So it wasn't just like regular arithmetic. They'd give you a spreadsheet and it would have different things like style numbers, store numbers, and they would ask you to do certain calculations that a buyer would do. And I did that, and I was actually really proud that I did it really quickly and I didn't make any errors. So I was really hopeful when I sent that in. And a couple weeks later, I got an email asking me to do a phone interview. So that was my first interview. And I did it with a lady I met today on my first day actually, which was really cool to meet her in person. And so the phone interview went well. Then I moved on to the second round, which is an essay, and they had us write what our take on a problem would be specific to the company, which I won't reveal because I don't want to disclose that information, but it was just a specific company problem, give your ideas and send it back. And so I did that. I was really proud of that response too. And then I got my third round interview, and that was a FaceTime interview. It went really well. Again, the interview process allowed me to really understand the culture and the people within Neiman Marcus, and I fell in love with it, and I'm really glad that they got a chance to know me too. And then a couple weeks later, I received the job offer and I was so happy. And it was such an amazing feeling for me because beyond feeling accomplished, there was a feeling of relief. Because although I always told myself, if you care enough about something, if you're passionate, you're going to be successful, don't worry. In the back of my mind, there's always the idea that I'm not going to get any jobs and no one's gonna hire me and I'm gonna have to go back to being pre-med because I don't know how to do anything else. And so having the relief of getting this job offer was just such an amazing feeling. One other thing I wanna mention that really helped me transition into this field is a club on UC Berkeley campus called Aurum Cosmetics. That's spelled A-U-R-U-M. And it is a community of undergraduate and graduate students who are interested in pursuing a career within the beauty industry. And it's not limited to makeup, it's also skincare. And we have people from all different backgrounds and majors who want to pursue everything from media to marketing to product development to project planning. So it's such a diverse group, and it's amazing because you don't find it anywhere else. On UC Berkeley campus, it is the first and only cosmetics club, and at most other colleges you don't find anything like it. And it's amazing because you have such supportive individuals who are always helping each other get connections to different internships, different executives, and my role for the coming semester is external vice president, which means I will be connecting with executives from different beauty companies and bringing them in as resources for the students on campus. So it acts as a pipeline to bring the talent from UC Berkeley into the beauty industry. And we already have so many alumni working for amazing companies, and it's just amazing to me to see especially science background people so successful in the industry, because before I had no idea. I thought you had to major in business to work in beauty. But now I see all my friends who are majoring in mechanical engineering and biology, and they're working with L'Oreal and Sephora and Biossance, and it makes me so excited because now I know I can bring my expertise from this summer as well as the knowledge I have from my 4 years at Berkeley into the beauty industry, and I'm not afraid of there being no one before me having done that. So quick plug for the club, if any of you guys go to UC Berkeley and you want to check out ARM, check out our Facebook page, come to one of our events, just listen in, I'm sure you're gonna fall in love with it. And if you know of any people involved in the beauty industry, whether it's in the Bay Area or anywhere in the world, I would love to connect with them and have them as a resource for ARM Cosmetics. If you do, just shoot me a message at my business email, which I put in the description box on every video, or leave a comment. I'd be so appreciative to have more connections for the club. So to close out this video, I think I just wanna encourage anyone who is on the fence about a certain career, whether it's pre-med or anything else, and you're unsure of whether or not you should go for this other dream career that you have always kind of had your eye on, I think you should take a step back and consider what's holding you back. And if it's any of the things I mentioned before, try to think about the things that I said, the solutions I came up with. And I really encourage you to go for them, because I think a lot of the times the things that are holding us back are just in our heads. And when you get past that, it's so rewarding. So once again, if anyone wants to come check out ARM, I would love to meet you and have you a part of the club. Everyone is so inclusive and encouraging, and that's what I loved about it when I first met everyone. So definitely check us out when the school semester starts up again. And I hope this maybe gave you some encouragement if you're looking into a new career, or just gave you a little update on my life, because I've been a little MIA lately. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!